Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be testing out the brand new Mikayla X Glamlite collection. I'm super excited about this. I just got this in the mail last night and I knew I had to film and do a little review for you guys. So I'm sure all of you guys know who Mikayla is. She is such a beautiful, super talented makeup artist. And you guys know she does the most intense, colorful, sick eye looks. I mean, she is like crazy talented. So when I saw this collection, I knew I had to have it. Today we're going to do a little makeup look. I'll do some swatches and we're going to try out everything from her entire collection. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you grab a snack and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit the bell that way you're notified every single time I upload. And let's get into the Mikayla X Glamlite collection. So of course we're going to do eyeshadow first, but I'm going to prime the lids and I'm just going to use my Urban Decay primer potion. This is one of my favorites. All right, lids are primed, we're ready to go. First of all, packaging, like hello. Okay, so Mikayla's on the back here, stunning. This palette is so freaking cute, you guys. Like, I love the purple, and then with like the glitter, it's like the little details that I am in love with. So what I really like about this palette is that I'm looking at it and I see a ton of like colorful makeup looks that you could do with it, but I also see a ton of neutral looks that you could do with this palette as well. Let me know if you guys want to see something a little bit more neutral, because you guys know those are my tones. But today I'm actually going to play with some color. So I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but I know that when I first opened up this palette, this color down here was like one of the first shades that I looked at and that I was so drawn to. This one is called Audrey, which I love that name, by the way. If your name's Audrey, love it. So I think I want to do something blue green, and then I'm going to do a pop of color on the lower lashes. So I'm going to start off with this color right here called The Best Color. Wow. Normally pastels aren't this pigmented. Like, they tend to be kind of powdery. You have to build them up, but this is like one dip and it's so pigmented already. Crazy. I'm going to take this color kind of in the crease. I know it kind of got on the lid there, but it's all good. I don't really know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just gonna kind of go with it and make it work, hopefully. Then I'm going to take the color down here called Freetown. It's like a really gorgeous matte teal. So I'm going to take a different brush and I'm going to take that color Freetown and I'm just going to start packing that on the outer crease. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. It's so weird and different for me too, because I always go in with like a really light transition color, but today I am just like full color mode. And this is like a big deal for me because I love my neutrals. Wow, this is blending in really, really easily. By the way, look at how sick that color looks. Like, I love the combo together. I'm going to go back into the Best Color shade and I'm just going to apply that in the crease just to diffuse the two colors together. I love the mixture of these shades and like the way that they blended, it was like so effortless. And like, I'm not an expert with a lot of color and like really intense shades, but this is really, really easy to work with. And I only used 2 shades, but this is really good. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Audrey right here. So beautiful. It's like the most stunning, like just aquamarine shade. So I'm gonna go in with this dry just so we can see how the color goes on. This is like the first shimmer that I'm trying. So let's see. Wow. Intense. And like, that is again with a dry brush. I always spray my brush just to really get that full effect of the shadow, but you really don't need to with this, but I'm going to, just because I feel like it kind of just makes the product also just a little bit creamier when you're like kind of sliding it on your lid and blending out the color. I'm gonna dip and then I'm gonna spray, and I'm just gonna use my Milani Make It Last. You guys know I love this. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the shade down here called Stunning. Oh, just look at that shade. I love it. Okay, and I'm gonna take that right on the center. It's like a green gold. I'm kind of thinking, I do like the way this looks, but I don't know if that shade that I went in, Audrey, is maybe a little bit too dark against like the green, and like for here it's kind of, I feel like kind of closing off my eyes. So I want to add a little bit of lightness to that. Then I'm going to take the shade Naz. I love the shade names in here, by the way. And I'm going to use that to kind of lighten up the inner part of my lid right here. And I'm just going to use the other side of that same brush. See, I really like it already. I feel like it already helped to just lighten it up just a little bit, but still keeping kind of like that blue-green vibe. So I like that a lot. So I'm going to do the same thing, obviously, on the other eye. Then I'm going to go into Bonehead, and I'm going to apply that on the outer portion on the crease. And I'm kind of just like layering different shades at this point. I'm just loving the blue-green kind of tones. So I'm just gonna take that with my finger, kind of dab that on the outer portion of my lid a little bit. So I just did a thing on this eye. I don't know if you guys can really see a difference between this eye versus this eye. I feel like this looks so much better. So what I ended up doing was I went in with a little bit of the color Frisky, and I just dipped my brush in like the tiniest bit. And I'm using the same brush that I was using earlier when I used that teal shade on the outer crease. And I'm pretty much just adding that in to kind of deepen up the outer crease a little bit. I feel like it was a little bit too light, and I have a lot of shimmers going on, and I really want those to pop. And I feel like with a little bit of a darker crease, those shimmers that I applied will pop a little bit more. So I'm just adding that in, and then I'm just adding more of that green gold shade called Stunnin', just with my finger right in the center to make that pop again, because I don't want to lose that color. So it was just a little extra touch that I did, and I feel like it made such a difference with the look, and now I am in love with it even more. And I know I probably layered some colors there that maybe I didn't necessarily need to, but it was nice to be able to layer different colors on top of each other and kind of see how they work together. And obviously it's to show you guys that they do blend really, really easily. Okay, now we have some lashes to test out. So I have two pairs here. These are obviously the two that come in the collection. The first one we have is in brand new, very, very intense, just super dramatic. I feel like these would be great with smoky eyes or winged liner. I'm not going to use these today because I think I want to use the other ones, but I'll put them on over my eyes so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like. Obviously, I'm not going to use any glue or anything, but oh, these are pretty. They're very like spiky, and I feel like they really kind of like open up your eyes, make them look very intense. These are very pretty though. And then the other ones that I have here are Code Orange, and these are the ones that I'm going to use today. So that's kind of what these look like. Obviously they're not on right. I'm going to put some lash glue on and pop those on, but just to give you guys an idea, I really like these actually. I think they're so pretty. Okay, I'm in love with these lashes. They're so like fluffy and wispy, and the band is seamless. I mean, as you can see, they're really easy to apply, and they just look so good. I love these. I feel like for any kind of makeup look, these would work. Okay, so far so good. Loving the collection so far. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my complexion because I want to keep this video all about Mikayla and Glamlite. So I'll be right back, and then we will test out the lip products, the highlighter, and then I'll finish up my lower lashes as well. So I'll see you in 1 second. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the eyes. I'm just going to do the lower lashes, and I'm going to do that pop of purple because I'm kind of feeling it. So I'm going to do kind of like a little ombre-ish effect. I'm going to start with the color Frisky, which is that deep dark purple that I added a little bit here to the outer crease. And I'm going to put that on the outer portion of my lower lashes, and then I'm going to add some of the lighter color right here, MJ. Just kidding. Let's do pot 2 right here, this color. So not the darker one, but the one right above it. And then I'm going to do MJ in this portion right here. Let's play with the colors. Wow, that's one tiny dip, you guys. It is so pigmented, this palette. It's like so creamy and so buttery. And then I'm going to take the color MJ on a different brush. I'm just going to drag that. Wow, this is really, really pretty. I'm also kind of blending it in with a darker purple so that both of those blend seamlessly. Just going with the purple vibe, I'm going to take the color Manifest right here. Such a pretty like light purple. I'm going to put that right in this portion of my lower lash in the inner part. So I'm going to use the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner, and this one is in Vivid on the waterline. Okay, next up I want to try out the highlighter, and I'm going to pop this actually in the inner corner and on my brow bone. Just looks like a really light shade that I feel like could be a perfect eyeshadow or again inner corner highlight, which is what I'm going to use it for today. And that is a swatch of it. I like it because it's really smooth. It doesn't feel chunky, and obviously it doesn't look chunky either. It's just like a very wet, smooth highlighter. First impressions, obviously have not put this on in the inner corners, but I'm about to do so right now. I'm going to use a small pointed brush from Profusion, and I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's a nice formula. It's not powdery. Very wet, very glowy, as you can see. I love a really good like light inner corner highlight, and this is a really, really nice formula. Let's hit the brow bone. I'm gonna do a touch of highlighter. I don't want to do too much just because again, I'm not into it lately. But you see how smooth that is? I feel like you could make this work for like an everyday highlighter because it seems like you can build it up. I'm just gonna coat my lower lashes with some mascara. Now, last but not least, clearly my lips are screaming for a lip color. So we're gonna test out the lip set. So you get 3 glosses in here. Packaging is really pretty, by the way. I love this purple. That's why I decided to wear this little purple top today. So it looks like we have a light kind of silvery shade, a golden color, and then a more nude one. I think I'm gonna love the nude one, but we'll see. Of course, I'm gonna start with the light one and then we'll work our way down to the other shades. Oh, I like the applicator because it's like pointed and I don't have anything on my lips. Creamy. So this is like a clear gloss with like a really light kind of glittery touch to it. But what's nice is that it looks glittery on the lips and it's very sparkly, but you don't actually feel any glitter chunks like when you rub your lips together, which is nice. All right, next up we have the golden kind of bronzy color. It's probably the same kind of vibe, maybe just like a different kind of glitter shade. Yeah, this one's more golden. So here we have the second gloss color. Same kind of concept as the one that I just swatched and had on my lips, but this one is just more bronzy gold. And last but not least, we have the nude shade. So this is the final gloss. I really love this color. It's like a really beautiful milky baby pink. I think this paired with like a brown lip liner would be gorgeous. Like that's like my kind of vibe. Even on its own, it's really opaque and creamy pigmented. I do love the fact that these glosses are not sticky. That is always a plus, and they don't smell like anything, which is nice. The applicator on these is also really, really nice, and I like this gloss. I like this one the most out of the other two. The other two are okay. They're not really my favorite. I definitely prefer this one. But yeah, this is stunning. The glosses all have the same formula though, which is really nice. So that is consistent. This one is just the most opaque one, and then these are a little bit more like just glittery clear glosses. So I'm gonna just deepen up this lip color. I'm gonna add probably like a brown lip liner, do some setting spray, and then we'll be all done with this look, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So that is it for this first impressions and review on the new Mikayla and Glamlite collection. Let's do some quick speed reviews and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. So I think it's clear that I love this eyeshadow palette. I am so obsessed with the colors in here. They blended so easily. It was so easy to work with, and I feel like this is definitely beginner friendly. I mean, the shades are rich and pigmented. They layer really nicely on top of each other, and you guys know I did a ton of different colors to create this look, and you would think it would be muddy and unblended, but everything just worked really well together, and like just blending the shadows in, it just takes little to no effort. So I love this palette. Let me know what other looks you guys want to see with it. I love this palette. I think if there's one thing that you get from the collection, it is definitely this. This is one of the best colorful eyeshadow palettes that I have ever worked with. Amazing. Everything else I really did like. There's a couple other standout products like these lashes, in love with them. I think they complement the eyeshadow and everything really well too. So I love these. I would definitely repurchase these alone. I think I like these more with my eye shape versus these. I mean, these are stunning. They're very spiky and they like open up your eyes. I think when I use these, I might cut them a little bit and make them more like outer corner lashes for myself. But again, if I had to choose, it would be these lashes. These are like my jam. This highlighter is a really, really beautiful formula. It's like silky soft. You can build it up if you want a more intense glow, or you can also tone it down like I did and do something really light for every day. And then we have the glosses. The glosses are probably, I don't want to say my least favorite, but like for me, they're not like actual must-haves. I guess if I really had to choose, it would be the eyeshadow palette and then probably the highlighter because the formulas on these are just like incredible. Everything else I would say like it's nice, but it's not like a must-have for me personally. The glosses are nice. I definitely like the one that I have on right now. I just paired it with a darker lip liner. I'm wearing the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in Dulce, which I love, and it's a really beautiful, rich, creamy lip gloss. But these are really nice, but they're not like a must-have for me personally. But the collection in general is stunning. There isn't a product in here that didn't work for me or that I absolutely did not like. I just have my preferences when it comes to makeup. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful and it inspired you to play with some color. If you guys have tried this collection, let me know down below in the comments. And that is it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.